My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 9, 2025. It is 4:07 a.m. This is part 2. So let's continue. Oh, let me pause. Okay, so first tweet. Channel 5 News, after speaking on the Prince Harry security review, a quick chat in the studio with royal correspondent Simon Vigor about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Thomas Markle. I had this in video 1. Okay, not part 1 of this, but the very first video that I recorded. But when I started reading it and I realized they're talking about Meghan's father, and I put it in this video as well. So let's listen. Almost a minute. Screenshot, okay?
It's a fascinating one. We'll keep an eye on. Simon's in the studio, as you can see. While all this is going on, Simon, there's also a situation that Meghan is dealing with her father at the moment, which is quite concerning, isn't it?
It's very worrying, and Meghan is estranged and has been since the wedding, really, from her father, Thomas Markle. He was in Mexico back then. He's moved to the Philippines, and there are reports that he's seriously ill in hospital and has had a leg amputated. Obviously, very worrying for Meghan. She's not in touch with him. She's tried to get in touch with him, we understand, by email and by mobile phone, but it just hasn't worked. And there are reports that she's been ringing round various hospitals in the Philippines trying to get in touch with him to find out what's going on and how he is. So very worrying for her estranged family. And then, of course, with the Harry story, as we've been reporting today, his estranged family here in the UK, there could be developments on that next month.
Okay, Simon, for the moment, thank you. Let's bring you some other headlines. And
Alright, so I didn't read these on my last where I put that same tweet, but let's read it here. I don't understand how and why the news channel discuss people's private life every day. Was it like that before Harry and Meghan met and got married? They're the topic every day on the news channel, morning talk shows over there. It makes you wonder, what did they talk about before Harry and Meghan? Well, what's going on globally is the recycle system that's running here. There are things they do not want people to know. The real issues that's going on that affect everyday life, how you move around, the how much you spend on certain things, where the rule of law is being altered. They don't want you to pay attention to that. Okay, this is why I say sometimes even when you watch my channel, you have to pay attention to politics. You must, even though you don't like it. Occasionally take a peek. Don't stay there all the time, okay? Put your foot in. See what's going on. What rules or what law did they pass? Whatever countries you are in, not just in the United States, and the UK as well. How it's going to affect you. How you could get involved. So when people are running that represent you, see who's aligned with your views, with your values, so you could vote the right way. So all of this, what I'm sharing you, are distractions that they do in the UK. And the US have adopted it with the Trump administration. But what's good in the US, there are a lot of YouTubers who are talking about the real issue that's going on. If you are in the United States and you do not want to really pay attention to the mainstream media pretty much lying to you, or you don't want to go to C-SPAN to see things, which is where you should go, because this is where they televise what's going on the floor, C-SPAN. I would prefer you watch that when certain things is happening. But there are YouTubers, Midas Touch, Tabitha, okay, will give you a perspective of things, will narrate and explain to you in a form that not, you know, those jargon of journalists trying to make things things that should be said very simple but make it difficult. She explained it to you in a specific way, and she will give you examples. Occasionally I watch her thing. Okay, so there are a lot of Americans who create YouTube channels who's talking about it. And what's this other guy, Too Raw Too Real? Okay, he's another one. He has his own perspective of things. And always fact check. Fact check is good. Not just because it's them who sang it. Also look into it yourself. But these people, they are distractors. They are what President Obama says in one of his speeches. They are the squirrel to distract you.
That's us with politics. We get distracted instead of focusing on what's important.
You desired squirrel.
Caller, so that I may talk. Squirrel.
Alright. Funny Simon Vigor forgot to mention Thomas Markle has been consulting with British tabloid like Daily Mail while he's supposed to be in his deathbed. Why bring Meghan into this? I do not understand. They'll find a way. No matter what, they'll find a way. Things we didn't think that could be said about something with love, Meghan or something, they find a way to turn it into something negative. Alright, next week. Here is Camilla confirming stories are always sold to them by family members. I guess it doesn't take a genius to work out who sold her the Meghan made Kate cry story, does it? Those people are evil. I mean, Harry have told us as well. But let's listen to her. This probably needs to be on a video by itself sometimes. Alright, like what's this guy, Dan Wooten, who said the stories come from the royal family. The royal family are the one who's leaking to the press. So they're telling us. The royal family is telling us. I mean, the UK, the royal rats are telling us where they're obtaining their information from. You have Dan Wooten.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
And I'm going to listen to this for the first time. Camilla Tomney. And who else? That other woman who said, that's her picture.
The press and the media. And as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But anyway, let's listen to this video.
We know, being in the trade, that celebrities and other high net worth individuals like nothing less than disloyalty and indiscretion among their closest circle.
Yes.
I can't name names for legal reasons, but quite a few times you discover...
it doesn't get closer than a father.
Well, quite a few times you would discover on stories, particularly showbiz, that they'd been sold to you by relatives.
Right, yeah.
You know...
Yeah, no, I know that.
Charlotte Church famously had some experience with... We know, being in the trade...
So they'll pretty much give you a hint. Okay, so by families, but they don't want to... She didn't mention the royal family for legal purpose. Okay, I guess they all got the email. Lay off them. We need them to come over, pop us up, play along, and we will feed you stories for days. It's so frigid obvious how all of a sudden everyone is understanding of how family disagreement are complicated. They must think we're dumb. Okay, Carol or Kate, in my opinion. Look at her gleeful face. There's that. Of course, the KP pit of jealousy was boiling to the point of no return. Only royal fans, cough cough, pay bats, account are crazy enough to support their VAT and PR agenda. And spare, Prince Harry said, it's William. Harry doesn't play. If you disagree with him, call him to court and he'll show you proof. This fool makes my blood boil. Every time I see her evil cow, I wish her everything bad she wishes for Meghan. I just said baggage for God. And Kate and her mother fanned the flame. Next tweet. Alright, so this is JTB who's talking about that topic. Let me pause. Watching Thomas Markle run back to the press again tells you everything. If you really want to fix a family issue, you do not turn it into a headline. This is not love, it's a cloud chasing, and it is tired. Protect Meghan, protect her peace. All right, let's listen. 1 minute and 36 seconds. Lately, I've been watching JTB doing his thing. I guess he's very busy. He's not in his office anymore. I used to captivated by that image behind him in his office. But anyway, let's listen.
Thomas Markle has once again proven that he doesn't crave reconciliation. He craves an audience. Every time he opens his mouth, it isn't love speaking. It's his addiction screaming. He isn't reaching out to his daughter. He's reaching out to the British tabloid press. If he even had a sliver of genuine respect for Meghan or her kids, he would handle his health and his regrets privately, like a grown man. But privacy doesn't get him camera lights. Accountability doesn't get him headlines. So instead, he drags a very real tragedy into the tabloids. Because he's never met a boundary, he didn't bulldoze for attention. This isn't a heartbroken father. This man is foaming for relevance, using pity as a press pass. Every "I don't want to die" estranged quote feels like emotional blackmail, with a side of PR spin. He wants sympathy? Then he should have acted like a father when it mattered. Instead of selling out his daughter every time a reporter waved a check in his direction. It's disgusting the way he weaponizes his health and grief to get the world to watch him. It's manipulative that he frames Meghan as the villain while he broadcasts his victim act from a hospital bed like it's a talk show set. Thomas Markle doesn't want peace. He wants spotlight. He wants control. He wants Meghan's life to orbit him even now. And the saddest, ugliest part, he would rather die a headline than live a humble apology.
As I was listening to JTB, the thing that came to mind is it's a fundamental thing. This is, I think, I don't want to blame on his parents, which I don't know anything about, is the upbringing kind of thing. Or perhaps maybe his parents did teach him the right thing, but once he got older, he drifted away and become that sort of a person that he is. I think it's something that's with him, and he never been checked to change. Or maybe they tried to tell him, but he felt like the quick cash is better. And we have to thank Miss Doria for raising Meghan. Okay, so that's the counterbalance of things. When our great grandkids are reading things about Meghan, we will know her for who she is, and her mother for the type of a person that she is. So we need to highlight Miss Doria whenever we can, because she was a very, well, I don't want to say she was, she's still alive. She is a very smart woman, a smart mother, who with the rest of her family did a good job raising Meghan to have this type of integrity, self-respect, and not be like the father. Because if we don't highlight the other side of Meghan's family, which is Miss Doria's side, which you don't hear much in the news about, the black side of Meghan's family, you don't hear anything about them. But I definitely sure will know that in the history books, this is what they will highlight. They want to create things for the future to show the bad side of Meghan. But Meghan have shown who she is, the kind of a person that she is. She's been working with so many people, big, small, government, charities, you name it. It's always positive. So Meghan holds her own. So you have the two sides of the family. One is dragging, well, she understands now. She's not going down the rabbit hole with the father, but she holds dear Miss Doria's kind of teaching. And Harry always makes sure to let us know that he loved Miss Doria's cooking. Okay, so whenever we get a chance is to highlight the other side of the family, which is Miss Doria. We don't know much because they don't come on national television to spill out things. They keep it private. Okay, let's see. Thomas Markle is incorrigible. Time. You've nailed it yet again. Thank you, sir. I love how Meghan went all stealth mode and had the U.S. consulate and Cebu, I don't know if I pronounce it right, Cebu do a welfare check on her father. Brilliant move. Even after all Thomas Judah Markle has done, she still checked on him, but protected herself while doing it. Yeah, like I said in past videos, is her conscience. Many people will have just let it be. But when that conscience hit you in the future where you cannot do anything about it anymore, that could drive some people crazy. So she's doing her best in the present and at the same time protect herself to be around for her own children. Okay, well, what a surprise. After this, that's it. We are tired of Thomas Markle deathbed narrative. That man is manipulative and despicable. Someone needs to investigate Caroline Graham and Daily Mail. What they did look like elderly abuse. How can a man who has come out from ICU consent an interview and photo shoot? Like I said, and not in this video, past video, it's paperwork, legal issue, legal path. Okay, if push come to shove, there's a paper trail or some sort of documentation of what they're doing to the father. All right. You have, I've read that the half-brother is the caretaker for Thomas Markle. So he might be in jeopardy as well to allow this to happen to the elderly father. So he better be careful. I saw some video, maybe I should look for it, where the half-brother was talking on a I don't know, in a video. I'll look for it. Let me pause and go look for it. This is the next tweet that I have. I'm going to pause. You know what? Let me take care of it and then I'll look for the video. The Daily Mail is handling Thomas and Samantha. That much is obvious. The question becomes who is handling the Daily Mail? The royal family. Okay, that's the answer, allegedly. All right. Okay, look at this. It says allegedly. All right, let's see here. The GIF. No, I think Samantha is cut out. The Daily Mail is handling the two Thomases. I guess if they cut her out, the part where they needed her, which was in the US to call Meghan to court, she lost that court battle. So they don't need her anymore, in my humble opinion. And she's in a wheelchair, so she can't move freely. Okay, and we all know who's handling the Daily Mail. Alright, was it Camilla last I heard? That's the big question, and I think we all know who. The royal family, come on now, look up who owns Daily Mail. Wathamer and Bulliam are close buddies, no? They will eventually fall on their collective sword, and I am here for it. Daily Mail is Willie's paper, the Sun's is Camilla's. I think Samantha's got cut out, lol. Like I said, for Samantha, they needed her in the US to file that thing regarding the Oprah interview. So that turned out, she lost that case. And she's, like I said, she's in a wheelchair, they don't need her. So I'm gonna pause and look for that video of the half-brother that I saw flying around my timeline. I didn't even listen to it, but I let it go. Let me see if I could find it. Okay, so I find it and I put it first. So this is old. So this is about the earthquake, but I thought it was talking about the amputating the father's leg. So alright, I'm just gonna stop it. If you guys want me to play it again at some point, let's move on. Forget that. That has nothing to do with the current situation. This is old, but it was flying around my timeline. Okay, next week, Daily Mail swore they finally got Meghan right where they wanted her. All of that effort only to still come up a foot short. Oh my! The squad always find a way to turn that into a funny thing. You could say she left them without a leg to stand on. That's that. Sending USA Embassy is the ultimate checkmate move. Ultimate, nothing they can do but either add her name to the authorized list or not. They can complain either way. None of them saw that angle coming. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. From what I read, they asked for a list of people who contact the embassy from the US only. It doesn't mean anything more than Meghan called the embassy for updates rather than Thomas directly. The way she spelled it, Thomas. Directly. Beyond that, it doesn't change anything that is happening in the Philippines. What make them think they fight with an international relation major? That is true.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
okay, what made them think they can fight with an international relations major? And she worked for embassy for Argentina or something.
The U.S. Embassy for a bit, and
where?
In Argentina, in Buenos Aires.
That's sensational.
And the other thing as well, I was thinking of something that I said in the past video, that probably creating paper trail, okay, and putting on alert the hospital as well, okay. She wants to know who can visit, and I look it up on the first part 1 of this video, how the Philippine hospital, what other rules or something like that. So she's probably creating paper trail to make sure the hospital don't mess around, okay. And Meghan, I'm sure people in the Philippines knew about her lawsuit with Daily Mail. So I don't think the hospital wants to be sued. Alright, Mr. Markle, I'm a huge fan of your daughter's TV show suit, Diplomatic Translation, Cut the BS. I know the storyline and you end the protagonist. My loyalty stays with the woman who made your surname worth knowing. Sometimes life writes better script than tabloid. Alright, let's pause this. Okay, honestly, look at God. I laughed so hard I could cry. The Avengers thought they were doing something only for Meghan to be mentioned in suit. OMG. Palatial corridors right now. Okay, people are laughing. It's your daughter. We know, not you. I love it. Hey, you, sir. It's not because of your daughter. You will have been non-entity, so shut the F up. The squad are doing their own translation. Alright, next tweet. I have 3 more after this. Let's pause this. The thing they don't understand about Meghan is she'll no longer allow kin to be used to hurt her. Someone stated she was the smartest person to ever marry into the UK royal family. Harry also knows his family and how British tabloid work. The couple sees through all the BS now. Yeah, I think I know where that come from, what she's mentioned here. I think it was during the Queen's funeral. This young history person was talking about Meghan. I'll put it, but I'm not 100% sure if it's him who said that, but it's close to it. Here's the video.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way, and the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy and pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
Because they were saying Meghan is as smart as the Queen herself. Alright, let's see here. Meghan and Harry are effing brilliant. On Monday, and this is the thing too, with the royal family, they underestimate Harry. Harry understands how they operate, and he understands the hierarchy system, so he stay quiet. And they bypass it just because he stay quiet. Okay, on Monday, 2 representatives from the U.S. consulate in Cebu, I think I pronounced it right, the city in the Philippines that Mr. Markle moved to in January of this year, turned up in Mr. Markle's hospital room. Consular agent Glenn Ivan Loop said the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines' capital city of Manila had requested they visit Mr. Markle but declined to give further details. He asked Mr. Markle to make a list of people he authorized to receive health and well-being updates from the U.S. Embassy. Mr. Loop confirmed he was a big fan of the TV show Suit, which Mr. Markle's daughter Meghan starred in before she married Prince Harry. I want them to get a custody lawyer ready because you best believe bad dad will fly back to America and will sue for visitation rights. It's not going to happen. Both parents are alive. They have the right to say no. Let's see. There's one respond this. Okay, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Oh boy. Yeah. When I read oh boy, that's when I got that one. A leg to stand on. Both of them. Yeah. And the other thing as well, I've said this in the, I think around the New York chase, where I said Harry and Meghan needs to put a will. They probably already did. All right, for the safety of the kids who could take care of the kids. Not only put it in writing, and also do a video chat, get medical expert to evaluate them so they could say they were in the right mind to do that will, who can watch the kids, for just in case. And the other thing that I said, all three, Harry, Meghan, Miss Doria, as adults, should not travel at the same time. That's all I'm saying, based on prior things, event that happened. What happened in New York, can you just imagine? You know what? I'm just gonna package what I'm thinking, give it to God for it to not happen. Because all three consent adults were at the same place, the same time, the same chase, everything. Who would have been watching the kids? You know, the royal family would have just come and scooped the kids and then give it to the tabloid, and then all the others will live a comfortable life and things like that. Okay? This is why I'm thinking the way that I'm thinking. Alright. I'm sorry some of you could come to me. I live in reality. That's all I have to say. Alright, let's continue and finish this video. A million times this. I want to see the proof he got his leg removed. Such a smart move. She can safeguard him if he is being manipulated, coerced, or extorted, offers him more agency and autonomy. She can be certain he has the right support and will know exactly what his condition is, in fact, not hyperbole. Perfect chess move. Alright, next tweet. Alright, let's finish up. I have one more video. It's almost 5 o'clock. 2 more tweets for this video. Him and his greedy ass kids are up and down YouTube, all over newspapers and TV shows, earning pennies on the dollar to sell his own child and grandchildren. Meanwhile, YouTubers have bought homes off his kids, while him and the others run to beg on GoFundMe for every crisis. I don't follow them, so I don't know what's really happening with the father's side of things, besides what I'm seeing here. He taught them well about the only thing they've ever learned, to grift. But they're such idiot at that. I cannot say I mind watching all the grifters they befriended glow up on the hate they fed against their sibling and daughter, while none of them have gotten better financially. They're begging the same grifters for money. What is it? Okay, so that's a different language. I can't read it. No one wants that energy around their children. Exactly. Next tweet. Then Thomas Markle won some what is it, a lottery or something like that, and then he still went under. I think this is someone who doesn't know how to manage his money. Let me pause and look at that, search for that. Alright, this is what I asked Google. Did Thomas Markle won the lottery? The answer is yes. Thomas Markle, Meghan Markle's father, won $750,000 in the California State Lottery in 1990, using some of the winnings for Meghan's private school tuition, but eventually lost the money and filed for bankruptcy, as detailed in biography like Meghan, a Hollywood Princess. And let's not forget, Meghan was also taking care of him when she was in suit. Okay, so that's the payback. They make sure to say that in this about paying for Meghan's school. And this is the thing that some of the derangers love to bring, as if Meghan didn't do her part as well. Okay, there's a video that I have where Meghan said not only she did some work at the school, she gets scholarship and all of that. Actually, I need to look for some scholarship for my son. He has 1 more year in high school.
Ulavanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today. As a university graduate, I know the personal feeling of pride and excitement that comes with attending university. From the moment you receive your acceptance letter, to the exams you spend countless late nights studying for, the lifelong friendships you make with your fellow alumni, to the moment that you receive your diploma. The journey of higher education is an incredible, impactful, and pivotal one. I am also fully aware of the challenges of being able to afford this level of schooling for many people around the world, myself included. It was through scholarships, financial aid programs, and work study, where my earnings from a job on campus went directly towards my tuition, that I was able to attend university. And without question, it was worth every effort.
But the question I'm going to ask Google, did Meghan Markle help support the father? Okay, so before the derangers start coming on my video saying, oh, the father did this, Meghan did her part as a daughter as well. Okay, the question that I asked, Meghan Markle helped support her father financially. The answer is yes. Meghan Markle provided significant financial support to her father, Thomas Markle, for years, starting around 2014, paying bills and giving substantial sum like $20,000 over 2 years. But she ended this support in May 2018 after he staged paparazzi photos before her wedding. Though she continued to advocate for his privacy, court documents and interviews confirm she helped them. Okay? This is where it matters. Not what the tabloid is saying or even me saying, even though I searched Google, but in court. It was documented in court. Alright? Court documents and interviews confirm she helped them, but he later claimed she owed him as his health declined, leading to more public requests and a GoFundMe for his care after his leg amputation. That's a little bit more recent, while he continued to give interviews. Alright, so whatever. But I just wanted to confirm what I was saying. Alright, so this is the next tweet. Did he really chop his leg for nothing? He should ask for a refund because now the US government is involved. The Daily Mail won't be able to monetize shit. My goodness, look at this a-hole. Why people are laughing? Why did you say this? There's a good chance this was going to happen. 2 heart attack, a stroke, clearly sedentary and likely not following medical advice. I can't believe this man wasn't prescribed anticoagulant. What I wanted to know is, where was his caregiver? That's right, the half-brother. Where was he? He's in big trouble too. He is in big trouble. Yes. And not even knowing when this topic first came up a couple of days ago, when I was talking about it, and I was like, where is the half-brother? Because I have seen pictures of him in the Philippines. Okay, so he knows where he is, not even knowing he was the legal caregiver. Alright, OMG, I'm literally laughing so hard. The deranged palatial corporate thought go derail demand only for the US embassy guy to say he loves suit. Try to sue it on. He may have a limp. Shaq, I haven't seen a pic of it. Alright, next tweet, and I believe this is the last one. Oh my god, the night is almost over, and I have one more to talk about, and that's Netflix. The Hallmark sketch was about a handsome prince, and this bullion fan account basically said that current Will is ugly. Only teenage Will can compete. I laugh a little too hard at that one. So I don't know, these derangers, I don't know, them brain are literally childish. Black Harry and putting a teenage William to replace This is sad, so pathetic. I think it's the one good pick he has. So desperate, those accounts smell of desperation. Alright, so that's that. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And may God continue to protect Harry and Meghan and their children, Miss Doria, and always send his angels not only to protect behind their back, the side, and the archangel clear the path for them to walk right through to where God wants them to be. Alright, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
Tanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.